Hi, and welcome to our review of the KWC Beretta 92FS 9mm spring pistol. Just taking a look at the outside of the gun. The finish is pretty good. The plastic's a little bit shinier than I like. There's really no metal on the outside of this gun. What I really like is the hand grip here. It's got a nice, realistic feel that's easy to grip. It also has the official Beretta trademarks on one side as well as on the back side. It also carries the official Beretta trademarks here along the top of the slide, below the slide. However, on the other side of the gun here, unfortunately, we have some non-standard trademarks here. We have KWC made in Taiwan, so that really kind of lessens its value as a collector's item. Also, most of the parts in this gun that would be functional in the real Beretta aren't functional. The safety is a dud on one side and the other, as is the bolt catch. The bolt does not catch. There's no open ejection port. It stays closed. And the safety is actually down here. Right now we're in the ready to fire position. Now we're in the safe position. And now we're ready to fire again. So overall, the outside of the gun looks pretty good. It's not bad. You know, this pistol retails for somewhere in the neighborhood of $30. So now let's go in and take a look at the magazine, which is... Alright, this is the magazine of the gun, and this is our least favorite part by far. This magazine is pretty defective, and we'll show you why. Right here is this little spring that you're supposed to compress down into this well and hold it down so you can push this little tab down and you can just apparently pour the BBs in until it's full. Now, they did this in order to make it easy to use and quick to load, but unfortunately this makes it sort of a disaster to load. If you flip it over, you can see this little tab that pushes the spring out to force the BBs up the magazine and into the gun as you're reloading and firing. However, this is incredibly sensitive. You can see if I just give it the tiniest little tap here, it snaps the magazine back all the way up into the fully empty position. And what this results in half the time is that you're holding down this tab, which means the magazine is totally open, the BB's going in and out, and you're loading, 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 and you bump it, and the BBs just go shooting out. What this also means is it's so sensitive that sometimes just the action of loading it into the pistol butt will jar this switch enough in order to prematurely let the BBs go out, which can often result in an entire magazine of BBs being shot up into the internals of your gun, which won't really do that much damage, but it's extremely annoying, like right in the middle of a firefight, so you really want to avoid that sort of thing. So this magazine definitely gets the thumbs down. We haven't found another magazine that's capable of working with this gun. It started out bad, and it's only gotten worse as this thing's gotten even more sensitive, so we definitely give this magazine a thumbs down. Next, let's take a look inside the inner workings of the gun. Alright, accessing the inside of the gun is really easy. All you're going to need to do is take this tab, pivot it down here, pull out of the gun. This is a little bit difficult to do the first time, but if you take it out a few times, maybe give it a little bit of lubrication, it's much easier. Then you're just going to take the whole slide assembly and just really simple slide it on off. Looking at the bottom real quick, there's not much to be done here. You can see where the magazine enters the gun. You can lubricate this if you want to, but it's really not going to provide much benefit at all. So you can really just put that aside. What we're focusing here, as with most spring pistols, is the inner workings, the spring and all that. And unfortunately, they really haven't made it too accessible to get to the inside of the gun. This is about as far as you can get without really damaging some of the plastic internals, some of which are very fragile. What you can do, however, is push this spring assembly forward, and you're going to expose the real barrel, which is that brass piece right there. And this is where BBs are actually going to enter the gun. When you want to clear a jam, you just move that out. That's where BBs enter the barrel, so that's a really good way to clear jam. We think that you could go a little further here and maybe take this barrel assembly out, replace the barrel, and maybe upgrade the spring, but it's a little difficult as this sort of feels like one solid piece of plastic. So, you know, internals of the gun, not great. Taking the whole thing, put it back together is really easy. You just want to line up these two tabs here with these two tabs. Pretty standard fare. Slide it back on. Take your pin, insert back in, make sure it's vertical when you insert it. Then you slide it until this little piece locks into place, and you're good to go. Overall, we feel that this gun is a pretty solid beginner spring pistol if you're buying maybe your first airsoft gun ever, or if you just want sort of a reliable spring pistol. This retails for about $30 to $40 on various internet sites. You know, shop around, look for the lowest price. Finish, okay. Performance, alright, but it must be noted that it has no hop-up. Not only, it's not a non-adjustable, it's a no hop-up gun. So if you're shooting especially 20-gram BBs, you're not going to get a whole lot of range. 12s increases the range, but it's not quite as accurate. Although the gun shoots pretty consistently, so you could work on, maybe arcing your shots a bit. So, solid pistol for beginners, though not for advanced users by any means. So if you want to pick it up, you can find it on all the popular sites. Thanks for watching. Until next time.